Hali niko nitaambia mzee kama iko kitu mama yako apate. Tuko sawa? Na nawishi mzee angelikuwa hapa nimwambie directly. Sisi tunaweza kungojea huku nyuma. Lakini kama kuna kitu kazi fulani ningeliomba mzee apatie mama Mumbi. Hamkuweza kutambua marafiki zetu wa zamani. Iko watu walifanya kazi na mama Mumbi. Nimewaona hapa. Mureithi Thika. Huyu alikuwa kansula, Wanjokera alikuwa kansula. Iko jamaa hapo nyuma, Wanjokera, Rogama. Iko mtu anaitwa Mbio kutoka Limuru. Iko rafiki yetu wa zamani anaitwa PK Kariuki wa Murori. Huyu 1997 ndiye alikuwa anatusaidia wakati ule wa no reforms no elections. Vijana wakitaka tikiti tulikuwa tunaenda kwa huyu jamaa. Na ni rafiki yetu. Lakini mimi nitaongea jambo limoja. Bishop, you have preached about morals. And I wish the church can continue talking about morals. I want to address watu wa Central Kenya. Where did we go wrong? Tureire ku. Tuateire jera ku. Just last year, watu ambao si wa kutoka nje ya kwetu walikuja wakaingia kwa shamba ya Mama Ngina. Where was the church? Why can't the church talk about it openly? Wakaenda kule wakaekelea vijana wa Uhuru kuwa wako na bunduki. Mnakumbuka wachungaji? Those are things that we must talk about. Todo toaga kwario horo wama ona korea tuthiete 2027 we are going to repeat the same mistakes. The same people who mobilized our young men to go to Mama Ngina's farm and alleged that Uhuru was keeping guns in his house are the same ones who are your heroes today. So where is the moral? Where are we as Mount Kenya people? We must start asking ourselves very solid questions. Sisi mzee ametuambia tutulize boli, tumetuliza boli. Lakini nataka kuwauliza, mnataka mzee aendelee ama awache? Watu wa Thika, mnataka baba aendelee ama awache? Mnataka baba aendelee ama awache? Asanteni.
God is good and all the time. Kamau Raila haukumaliza sentensi. Aendelee kufanya nini? Asante. Niombe nimkaribishe aliyekuwa mjumbe wa bunge la gatuzi la Nairobi katika bunge la kitaifa, Mheshimiwa Rachel Shebesh, na vile vile awatambue wajumbe wastaafu wa bunge la kitaifa walo hapa. Karibu. I may need some usher here to assist on this staircase.
Okay. Bwana asifiwe. To my friend Mumbi and her family, the clergy, the Right Honorable Raila Odinga, Governor Sakaja, and all protocols observed. I want to first acknowledge Mheshimiwa Jude Jomo, who we were in Parliament with, since we are talking about formers, and I think Mheshimiwa has also been acknowledged, former MP for Gatundu, I believe. I want to speak to my sister Mumbi. Many of us women, when you see us, you don't know where we came from. I only know Raila Odinga because of Mumbi. Where has he gone? And I wanted to say this when he's here. I'm also only loyal to him because of Mumbi. Because she taught me loyalty. And she taught me the politics of standing in a space where other people are not comfortable. When Mumbi and I joined politics because of Mumbi, I would have come into bunge much faster if I had gotten the trick early ya kukimbia to where my tribe is. I would have been in bunge for long. If I had played that politics, Mumbi, you know we would have gone very, very far politically. But we didn't. We didn't because Mumbi taught us that. And Mumbi, therefore, I want to say, many people who are here, many women especially who are here, we hold you in high esteem. And we thank you for holding our hands. I want to talk to Mumbi's children. I lost my father. And after imagining that my mother was well, and that's why I'm glad you've spoken openly. We imagined my mother was well. But there is a time my mother called us as her children. And she said, my children, from today I don't want to be your mother. I want to be your friend. Because if a friend is the one you call regularly, a friend is the one you go for a drink with, a friend is the one you rush to, then I don't want to be your mother. I want to be your friend. And I want to tell you my relationship with my mother since my father passed has changed dramatically. And so I'm asking you, even as we look for what Mumbi can be occupied with, the joy Mumbi will have is to be occupied by you. I've seen grandchildren here, and these days I'm a grandmother. And I'm telling you, if there is something I can do daily, is be with my grandchildren. So please avail yourselves and avail Mumbi's grandchildren to her, because that is the most important thing right now in family. Let me speak a bit about our political loyalty to one Raila Amolo Odinga. And Baba, if there is a place where you keep your loyalty card, if Mumbi is not top 5, then Baba, you don't know who is loyal to you. If she's not top 5, you have no idea what loyalty to you means. But I want to tell you what it has cost Mumbi. Because we've cried many times with Mumbi. It has cost Mumbi, and her family will tell you, a lot of hatred, sometimes attacks, and it has cost her being the pillar for you, especially in this region, a lot. And therefore, when Mumbi is here today and you're here, I am not surprised at all. I'm not surprised. But I want to say something that I know if Mumbi was allowed to be the Mumbi today, she would say. And Kamau Raila is Kamau Raila. What he says, nobody understands. So just get him. He's one of the most loyal people to Baba, but he talks in parables. So I'm sure everybody's wondering what he has just said, but he talks in parables. But I want to tell you what Mumbi has taught me, Baba, and you have also taught me, is not to hold grudges. Not to hold grudges in politics. Because it will burn you, it will eat you up, and you will never move the country by holding a grudge. And that's why some of us watch you seated on TV next to Ruto, and we take a deep breath. But those of us who know you, those of us who know you well, know that we have come from a journey where you will always do the right thing. And one thing I'm telling you, Kamau, and all the Kikuyus who are here, Moriega, no he adomato e demo Gikuyu, demo Gikuyu. Kire Kamau ataruga ni atiriri. Kana ne tumenyete haria twenda guikara ta bare ya Gikuyu, ta ruriri, ti bare ta ruriri. We cannot be so important in a country and then be manipulated. That is what we are hoping the lesson is, Kamau. But we can also not be without the rest of the country. There will be no day there will be a Kenya for a tribe. It doesn't matter how much money we have, it doesn't matter how many we are. Without the rest of Kenya, there is nothing. It doesn't matter who we are. That is a lesson from one Raila Amolo Odinga. And let me tell you, it doesn't matter whether you give him votes or not. Raila Amolo Odinga will always be actively engaged in the politics of Mount Kenya. You don't have to send him. He has his people and you have seen them. Mungu awabariki sana.
Thank you, Mheshimiwa Shebesh. Your Excellency, sir, while you are away, Kamau Raila posed a question. and I think it will be maybe in private asked to you by your entourage, lakini hakumaliza sentensi. Niombe kwa unyenyekevu mkubwa, sasa nimkaribishe Mheshimiwa Bosire Timothy useme machache. Karibu.
Mama Mumbi, Your Excellency, all protocols observed, waombolezaji wote, Madam Mumbi, I have come to join your friends and the entire ODM leadership that has come to join you in this mournful moment. Nimekujua miaka mingi, but I never got a chance of knowing marehemu. As the rest have said, no doubt he was a great man. But the moment you are going through, God will comfort you. Your Excellency, among the many leaders in the ODM politics, I know Mumbi with a very rare character many don't have. She's principled and honest. Whatever the circumstances, she stands her ground. Many of us are dishonest and mischievous. That's why, when you talk of corruption and the mismanagement of our country affairs, it's because we lack such a strong characters to be responsible for our national affairs. As we join you, Madam, we wish you comfort and wish you well as you manage in the absence of your dear husband. Finally, Madam Shebesh has mentioned something very important regarding the national leadership and how tribalism and certain perceptions have brought us to where we are. No community, however rich, however small, however important, whichever way, can make a difference in this country alone. When I'm saying so, I have walked this journey with His Excellency Raila Amolo Odinga, a man of great character and nature that can provide the required leadership in this country. But because of small attitudes, behavior, that Raila is a Luo, is not one of our own, we are where we are. This is a great man who could have made a difference in this country. And I'm making this statement fully aware I'm in the region that has had an interesting attitude when we are electing national leaders. I hope someday this will be removed from our part of the programs when we are electing national leaders. When Kamau said, Baba endelee asiendelee, watu walisema endelee. lakini hakueleza aendelee na nini. Your Excellency, this region which you have visited many times, this time around, they have learned a lesson that if you came around again to look for faults, I'm sure they will vote for you without looking back. All the problems you have gone through, Your Excellency, might have originated from this region. But given the lessons they have learned, the future is likely to be brighter. And when I'm saying so, I have the belief that you are coming again as the presidential candidate in the next elections. And I think that's what Kamau had in mind. Baba endelee asiendelee. Baba endelee asiendelee. Hata kifanya kichwa namna hii, Wakenya wakitaka, hata kama ni mzee, itakuwa ndio nafasi. Your Excellency, Kenyans are thinking about you again. Thank you.
Thank you, Mheshimiwa Bosire. I can only conclude that it's not easy to be Raila Odinga. Allow me, Your Excellency, sir, without much ado, to invite Honorable Esther Passaris to come and make some remarks. You're welcome.
The clergy, the Right Honorable Raila Odinga, my Governor, Johnson Sakaja, our peers, fellow members of Parliament, distinguished guests, the family of Dr. Francis Ngaru. As we honor his life, Dr. Francis Ngaru, a man of integrity, intellect, service, we are also called to reflect on the times we're living in. The bishop reminded us of a sobering truth. Our society is grappling with diminishing values. We're losing the very virtues that once anchored our families, institutions, politics, respect, humility, compassion, and the reverence for life. We cannot ignore the sorrow that has gripped the nation following the tragic and senseless killing of our colleague, Honorable Charles Were. These acts of violence are a wake-up call, not just to mourn, but to rise and defend the values of men like Dr. Francis Ngaru stood for.